Happy Monday, Farm Fam. I'm just out here doing a herd walk, and it's been a while since I brought you along, and man, some of these faces are really growing. Look at Miss Nora New. She is a big, fat puppy dog. So let's take you around, and along with the crazy puppy dog, I'll show you the herd, and we'll go over who I've got and what they look like and where we're at. Well, they're all here, and you are too. So this is my beautiful Nora. She's almost a year old. She was a March baby last year, which means your mama hopefully will be having another baby very, very soon. So I actually came in to check on her, but Nora and her auntie, Harriet. Harriet got pregnant very early and had Nigel Wellington. And, oh, you lost your ear tag. Normally there's an ear tag that'll tell me the date in which she was born, but either I didn't get you, which is, I usually get you all, or you've lost your ear tag. But he was born last fall, and it definitely stunted Harriet's growth. She's not as big. She is part Highland, part Angus, and I was hoping she would be a taller cow, because this is her niece, who is 3/4 Angus, 1/4 Highland, and they're pretty much almost the same height. So I am not in love with Miss Harriet. You're also not the friendliest girl. She's here on the farm for now, but she may not be a lifer here at Copperwood. Nora, if you keep growing the way you are, you're going to be a lifer. You just need to get a little taller. Look at this dog. Hey. Sorry, Harriet, you were sniffing and I thought you were being cute, but Missy here is used to the cows at work and how friendly they are, and then she comes out here and, I mean, my cows are not bad, but she still has to be careful. Hi, this is Noah. Noah is Thelma's most recent steer or bull calf that she's raising. Thelma had him last fall. Yeah, you're a handsome specimen. So the plan would be both Nigel and Noah will eventually go to the butcher, but that likely won't be till spring of next year. Come on. The Thelma's calf from the year prior is standing right in front of us here. This is Big Mike. Hi, Mike. And Mike would be probably Ruby. Ruby, no. Just be quiet or they're going to kick you in the face. He would be steer number 2 that is headed to the butcher this year. He's looking really good. I don't send any steers to the butcher until they're on grass, so he won't be going to the butcher yet, but probably like July, August prospects for freezer camp. He's looking really good. He's a beautiful black Angus steer. And this is prospect number 1 to go to the butcher. This is, he's actually been around longer than I'd hoped, but as I just mentioned, they don't like to send them to the butcher when they are not on grass. And we're not on grass right now, so this is, oh my gosh, Murphy. He's a Hereford. He like I said, he's looking really good, but we'll get him on grass and he'll probably go like June, July. I was going to send him in December, but it just didn't happen, and now he's getting to live a little bit longer. And then we have the star of the show, my Patty Cakes. Hi, Pats McGee. Are you just enjoying life? Living your best life? Pats McGee, my herd boss, my love, and her latest baby, Mr. Nicholas. He, again, freezer camp prospect, but that won't be until like fall of 2026. This is another freezer camp prospect. This is a Hereford Angus cross that I brought home from work. We lost another Hereford Angus cross. I bought 2 last season. One of them we lost just recently, I think to pneumonia. I did a post about that. I initially thought we had lost Newman and it was Nero that was left, but now I think this is Nero and we lost Newman. But either way, I'm going to say you're Nero because we mourn Newman, but I think you're Newman. I don't know. This is a freezer camp prospect for likely fall of this year. It takes, like, he looks big, but you have to remember that the Holstein or like the dairy cow in him is going to mean that he's much larger, but has less beef on his body. His body condition is not as great. Hi, Thor. Were you out exploring? His body condition is not as great as say, my full beef steers. And so we have to grow him out a little bit longer or wait until he's a little bit bigger than our typical steer before we send him. So I'm just going to keep an eye on him and see until he looks good. Because, like, he was born, if this is Newman, he's a year old. In comparison to Mac, who's a full Angus. He definitely has some red Angus in him, but he's like a beautiful burgundy color. His mother is Patty, and he's a year and a half. So that's the difference in body condition. You can see there's much more hips. There's a lot less beef on this cow in comparison to Mac, who is your full beef stock, and they're just beefier, as you can see. And Mac, you look great too. Another freezer camp prospect is Macaroni here. He again will probably be a this fall, but he's growing amazingly, and he's a fucking pig. Like, he still nurses off of his mummy Patty. So he's gonna be big sooner than expected, so he might go earlier. So we will have beef for sale, summer and into the fall, definitely, of this year. We've been lacking in that area the last year, but we got lots coming. This is my matriarch, my beautiful mama, Miss Thelma Thang. Hi, baby girl. Yeah, you're the rock star. Oh, that's why I come out to spend time with them. If you hear any coughing on a regular basis here in the winter, that's a concern. We've had a lot of fluctuations in temperatures, a lot of rain, so pneumonia is my biggest concern, but I think that was just a mouthful of hay, wasn't it? You're not sick. Although Thelma's our oldest girl. She's, like I said, she's probably like 10 now. She's given us quite a few babies. And last but not least, the girl I came to check on, Miss Meredith. We called you Baby Mare until you had a baby of your own, and now she's Mama Mare. Hi, Mama Mare. That's my baby. Ruby Doo. I know. You be careful, the cows will tie you off. Yeah. Mare. Come here, hairy thing. She has gotten so good since she had her own baby. Nora is hers. And she's gotten so good since she's had her own baby. She's just been much friendlier and allowing me to approach her. Like I said, I'm expecting this. Okay, Ruby. The cow's saying, get away from me. So you've got to start to listen. Oh no, I'm built to take them on, aren't you? I know. So ideally, we're hoping that normally my cows will calve within a year of having a calf. They are just like humans. It takes 9 months for them to produce a calf. It usually takes about 3 months for them to recover and start cycling properly. Can you move your booty? I'd love to just get a real good look at her side. Like, she's looking pregnant. She's very much built like her mother. Meredith is a Highland Angus cross. Her mother is the purebred Angus Thelma here. And we bred her to a purebred Highland bull and got Meredith and Harriet. Harriet was another production or product of that breeding. But Meredith is like the ideal specimen I was hoping to get out of that pairing. She is built like her mother. She's very much an Angus body with the coat of a Highland. And yeah, she's appearance-wise, she's my favorite girl. Yeah, you're my favorite girl. Don't tell Patty. Patty is my favorite in life. So now we're looking for bagging up because while she is still nursing Nora, as she gets closer to delivering her next calf, she's going to bag up more and more in producing more milk for a newborn in comparison to hopefully a calf that's like almost weaned. You should be working on weaning your baby. And they'll do that naturally as they realize that they're pregnant. So yeah, we'll see what you produce this year, but I would hope. It's been cold, so if you could wait till like late March to have your baby again, that would be great. It was perfect timing last year. And that's the herd. We don't currently have a bull running with the herd. I think Thelma would be pregnant. Obviously Meredith's pregnant, but Patty would not be. Patty did not get pregnant, or she calved after our last bull was here. There's a chance Harriet would be pregnant again, but I'm really majorly considering not bringing a bull in until the fall this year. It would mean taking a hit on like having to wait for calves, but it would mean that my girls are all going to start to get pregnant around the same time. Also, with her being close to a year, there's a chance that she may be coming into her first heat cycle soon. And I would rather her not experience the same thing that her aunt did in getting pregnant very young and having her growth stunted. So if we don't bring in a bull till fall, that would ideally be when you want to get her pregnant. Yeah, Ruby, she is going to kick your ass. You need to watch. She's like fucking oblivious. Ignore her. Ignore her. So anyways, that would be another reason not to bring a bull in, is that I don't want Nora to get pregnant. And here, everybody runs together. I don't really have, like, we could set up an electric line, but separating cows that have always lived together and are, like, they're a family. I don't like to separate them unless I have to. So instead, we'll just wait. And I think a bull will probably come in the late summer or early fall and breed all my girls so that they have calves all at the same time. I mean, plans are constantly changing around here. Like, stick around. You'll see maybe there'll be a bull here within the month, but that's hopefully what we plan to do here with the cows. Though, if you've been here long enough, I used to do primarily chickens, raise those for meat, but that was in an effort to grow our cattle herd to a point where I'm able to have beef as the main product that I'm selling to the public. And I'm really excited because this year is going to be the year that I'm able to do that in the quantities that I've wanted to. And because unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, I have had more demand than product. So it'll be nice to share what we've been producing here over the last 5 years with the public. It'll be great to actually get beef in our own freezer and to just keep growing this herd. I have fingers crossed for heifer calves this year. As you can see, I have a lot of boys and not as many girls. I started off in the first 3 years, I had quite a few heifers and that was great. But at this point, I'd love to see my numbers continue to multiply and to be able to have a couple of girls that are born that I can work on socializing. And obviously I love friendly cows. And there's no point in putting a lot of time and effort into a steer that's only going to be here for 2 years. So we'll see what comes this spring. Stick around, follow Copperwood Acres, and I always like to share what's happening here on the farm with you guys. Thanks for coming for the herd walk. Ruby, come on. Come on. Let's go.